Jazakumullah khair. Now, let's go back again. Amazing certain things. MashaAllah, you mentioned great things about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, about being forgiven by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised everyone forgiveness, especially the believers. Okay? And one point is that is get to be clear for everyone. Allah created us, right? Right? Any doubt about that? That we've been created by Allah? Any, please? I said doubt. So everybody is sure that Allah created him, right? Huh? Yeah. And Allah created you for a purpose, right? Right? Yeah. So if you're making something, that thing get to be really precious for you. And for sure you are not making things to destroy them. Right? And the end of all of us is to die, then to be resurrected, and then after that going hellfire or going paradise, Jannah or Jahannam. Right? So everybody believe in that? Alhamdulillah, we are Muslims, we believe in all of that. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Okay, Allah created us and we are going to die. Allah would resurrect us, and in the day of judgment, some people would go Jannah, some people would go hellfire. Now we said that we are Muslims, right? Huh? And somebody would doubt this. Who told you this? It just been written there in the Quran, you believe in that? Or the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that about this, and you believe in that? Yes. But it's not only that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in several places in the Quran said parables, examples. And this is an example, a parable being frequently mentioned in the Quran. Allah will say, look at the earth. It is empty and there is nothing on top of it. And then the rain would go down. What happened after rains? You see the vegetation coming out of nothing, right? Huh? And then they turn yellow, and then they are crushed and they are gone, and the earth is what? Dry again, and there is nothing but dust over it, right? Give it a while, then the cycle will go back again, right? Right? What do you see about human beings around you, people? Every day there is babies, they come out, they're strong, then they are weak, then they die, and they are not there anymore. So, exactly like the cycle of the vegetation and the earth and the rains, right? And Allah said, look at these vegetations, look what happened to the earth, that's you actually. Huh? You come out, you stay for a while, then you die, you go down the earth. And the way that is Allah brought those vegetations from nothing. Nothing. Sometimes people would go plant some seeds or plant bushes and then they grow up, right? Most of the time there is nothing there. Right? Huh? Like the grass. Huh? And they call it the wild. Because it comes out by itself. Nobody grew it, nobody took care of it. Sah? Huh? Allah said you are like that. You don't know what's under the earth or what the soil is made of. And if somebody being buried there before hundreds of years or thousands of years, right now he's dust. Right? So you may be walking on top of it, unaware of that. But whether that is he is in a respected grave or who been at large, somehow we are going, all of us turn to what? Turn to dust, right? And one day we are all going to come out. What you believe is that, alhamdulillah, you don't, he said, look at that cycle of the vegetation, likewise you coming out. Or this Arab came to the Messenger ﷺ when he was in Mecca. And there is those Arabs, they used to call them Dahriya. Dahr means time, the time. What they believe in nothing. They would say, We live and we die. We eat and we drink and we turn to dust. We don't know where we came from, and for sure our end would be the dust, and that's it. They don't believe in Allah. They don't believe Allah created them. They don't care actually who created them. But their belief is what? We are turning to dust. So one of them heard that is Rasulullah ﷺ is telling everyone, you people are going to die, and you people go into the hereafter, and in Yawm al-Qiyamah, either there is Jannah or Jahannam. So he went to the Messenger ﷺ, and he's like making fun of the beliefs of Rasulullah ﷺ. He got with him a rotten camel bone, an old camel bone, okay? And it is very rotten. And he mashed it in front of Rasulullah ﷺ. Okay, and he turned it to dust. The bone, he turned it to dust. Okay? And he said to the Messenger ﷺ, أَتَزْعُمُ أَنَّ رَبَّكَ يُعِيدُ خَلْقَ هَذَا? Do you believe that is you, Lord, will recreate this dust, will return back as bone and as full camel? Rasulullah ﷺ answered him shortly, because this person is not that person who want to learn something. No, he just want to mock and make fun. He said, indeed, Allah will return back to life, and He will send you to the fire. Why he answered him like that? Because he wasn't there to learn anything. No, he just wanted to show how arrogant he was, how he was ridiculing the belief of the others. So the Messenger told him, yeah, you don't believe in that, it will happen. But in that day, you are going to the fire. Then, by the end of Surah Yasin, you heard about Surah Yasin? There's a surah in Quran called Yasin, you know it? Or you heard about it? Good. By the end of this surah, Allah mentioned that person particularly. Allah said, وَضَرَبَ لَنَا مَثَلًا وَنَسِيَ خَلْقَهُ قَالَ مَنْ يُحْيِي الْعِظَامَ وَهِيَ رَمِيمٌ. Allah just answered him within his question. Allah said, that man gave a parable for us, the rotten bone. Gave example for us, this. And he mashed it. And he said, this is going to come back. And Allah said what? He forgot about his own creation. Well, that camel is dead. Now you are alive, right? Who made you? Who brought you to this life? Ask yourself this question. Or my parents, who brought them? Who brought your ancestors? Who brought the first one? The first couple, who made them? Huh? They were monkeys, and they turned from monkeys to this one. Huh? Now, there's somebody who said we were monkeys, and there's somebody who said we were nothing, and there Allah Azza wa Jal who said, I made you. So which one to believe? Are they the same? They are? No, they are not. Now, why we should believe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Allah gave us this small example. He said, look at yourself, and you are going to figure out that is, you've been created from nothing, or Allah is the one who created you. And as I said before, just look at yourself, look at yourself, and look at anything functioning inside you. Anything functioning, your sight, your hearing, from outside or from inside your stomach, your blood cycle, everything is amazing, right? And the one who made this, he is such a great creator, right? Either that is we being created from nothing, or we created our own selves, nullified, then the only option left that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made us. Wait a minute. That's in the Quran, right? Who told you Quran is true? Well, let's check this. Allah told us about the sun and the earth. And Allah told us something wonderful about the sun and the earth and the moon. Okay? And let's check this with what we got of what they call it today, science, right? They say what? They say the 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 moon is revolving around its axis and orbiting around the earth, right? So this is the earth, this is the moon, and the moon is turning and going like that, right? Right. But the earth itself is what? The earth is rotating and orbiting. So both of them are doing like that around the sun, which is somewhere here, right? I have only two hands, right? Huh? But the sun is not stationary. Sun doing the rotation and the orbiting, they said, around the center of the galaxy, right? And sometime, huh?
You said the sun isn't stationary?
No, it is not. And that's the Quran said that before those people to say it. I'm going to explain for you.
The sun's stationary though, because like the planets orbit around the sun.
Planets. How many planets orbiting around the sun?
8.
8 planets. And how many planets around?
A lot.
A lot.
And like the ones that we know of, there's 8 planets rotating around the sun. That means the sun is stationary.
No, it doesn't mean like that. Well, the moon is orbiting around the earth. Is that a proof that the earth is stationary?
Yeah, I mean the earth is orbiting around the sun, and the moon is orbiting around the earth.
Yeah, and
Leave him to explain. Go ahead.
That means that the sun is stationary and the earth and moon isn't.
Is that a scientific thing or just an...
No,
This is science?
Yeah.
Google it right now. Whether the sun is stationary or orbiting.
if it was orbiting, it would be summer the whole time.
Yeah, that's why we have 4 seasons.
You have 4 seasons because the sun
We have
is...
4 seasons because the
Oh,
earth is
because the moon,
tilted.
excuse me, yeah.
Because the earth is
Yeah, but if
tilted.
the sun was also rotating.
Why you guys are arguing? There is right there the science book in Google. Go ahead and Google it and ask Google whether the sun is stationary or not.
So
It said what?
It's stationary.
it said orbits around the center of the Milky Way galaxy.
What is that orbiting around the galaxy? The sun.
Yeah.
That was I was about to say. The sun is orbiting around, they say, the center of the galaxy, the Milky Way, right?
I got confused. No problem.
Okay,
Yes, the sun is
That's around the galaxy.
that's fine, that's fine. Now, do you reach a point that is the sun itself is orbiting? It is rotating and it is orbiting, and the earth is going around it, right? When the earth comes closer a little bit, then you have the summer. When it goes a little bit far, then it has the winter, then close summer, then, right? So it goes like that. And the sun is right here, they said, going around the center of galaxy. Check this fact out. 1974, they come up to something. They said the galaxy itself is not stationary. It is orbiting our galaxy and others. And they call it the center of the universe. Till today, they don't know what is that. So all those planets are moving and circling around, right? Let's just have our Earth, moon, and sun, right? We know there's like millions, maybe billions of stars and planets hovering all around, right? And they are doing the most complicated motion ever. Rotation and orbiting at the same time. And they are not connecting with one another physically, with something physical holding them. They just here, and they are going this track for years and years and years in the past and years to come, right? If you're driving in the highway, there is those signs. You read there, January, you read 100-something death in Texas. By the middle of the year, it's 1,000-something. By the end of the year, last month, it was 2,800-something. By the beginning of December, I'm checking this every time I'm driving, because I drive in the highways a lot. And the warning right there, we just passed the 3,000 fatal accidents, meaning ending by death. Okay? Now they are just driving in a highway, driving in the road, and they are with sound mind. Yes, some of them are intoxicated, but most of them are sound mind, and driving their cars in a simple motion from point A to point B, going straight, right? But yet they are colliding, and over 3,000 collision ending by death, right? What that highway over there, that is the earth or the moon or the sun taking? And who is that driving the earth and the moon? And why the earth and the moon not colliding, or the sun and another planet or star not colliding? Why? They say that is there stars much more bigger than the sun, and they are moving, everything moving around, right? They do not collide. There's minor collisions, but big stars, big planets, they do not collide. Why? Who's driving them? If that is a random motion and there are by millions, then collision is imminent. It get to happen, right? So we get to be doomed long time ago. There should be no earth. Allah said that in the Quran. لَلشَّمْسُ يَنْبَغِي لَهَا أَن تُدْرِكَ الْقَمَرَ وَلَا اللَّيْلُ سَابِقُ النَّهَارِ وَكُلٌّ فِي فَلَكِ يَسْبَحُونَ. Sun is not to catch up with moon. Moon is not to collide with the sun. Indeed, they're orbiting. And he said, يَسْبَح. What is sabah? Sabah in Arabic, or
The morning?
that's sabah. سبح. قل سبح في الحوض بتاع السباحة والسباحة or swimming pool. سبح وسباح. Swimming. Okay? And sabah, you use it for somebody who is swimming or for a bird which is flying. Okay? You use the same term for both of them. And Allah said they are orbiting, flying, or going around in this space, but by the command of Allah. Allah is the one who is driving all of them. And Allah said they are going to collide, but in the day that I decided it will. Okay? So they are running by the commands of Allah. Or else ask yourself, does the earth has brain? No. But Allah said no, earth somehow obeys Allah. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created earth, mountains, heavens, and everything. And Allah said, who's to take this trust? What is the trust? Worship none but Allah, be responsible of this worship, and you survive, you go paradise. You fail, you go hellfire. Everything around rejected. We don't want it. Except for us, we took it. Okay? So you are responsible for your deeds. You are responsible for your worship, and you go into Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Why I'm saying this? Why I'm saying this? Okay? Things for Muslims have been taken for granted. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the creator. Allah created us. Yes, there is a day of judgment, and when we go to the grave, there's a life under there, whether somebody is going to enjoy his grave or somebody is going to suffer it. But from time to time, there would be those questions, and you living among someone who doesn't believe at all, or he has a wrong belief, or even worse, he is confused. And from time to time, you are going to have those questions or doubts passing by you. When those questions would pass by you, you get to have a solid faith to answer it. And it's not only faith, it's rather knowledge. And if you read in the Quran, yes, that is good, but it's not enough. You get to understand. Okay?